Hi, I'm Mante, and I'm the owner of the Lightning Gravity Gaming Company, and I'm trying to make a YouTube tutorial on how to make your own uh, drawing Photoshop reflection. This is the drawing reflection on your mostly specific tools with your own Photoshop elements. It's just the more updates with your more Adobe CS as Creative Suite, your own single down payment, which Elements is the own single down payment since back then is more update other than your own Creative Suite. This is the Creative Suite side, which is Elements right now. We named it as 100 United States bucks. I think it costs around 120 or 30 Canadian bucks, including tax or something. Actually, yeah, including tax and conversion, is maybe a bit above around 140 Canadian bucks because conversion of US dollar to Canadian dollar, and plus the Photoshop Elements. But I don't prefer Premiere Elements because Premiere Element is somehow lagged with your own graphic card because Premiere Element is a bit too weird and like too hard back end or something in it. In that you need a really good graphic card for Premiere Element somehow. I'm not sure why. Even though I already have my kind of fifth or seventh generation of um, Core 5 graphic cards. And there's Photoshop elements that you have to be aware that if you try to design this 2 times more special fees, like discount per annually, like if I click buy now, if paid monthly annual plan as uh it will be more discount for your own um this individual monthly fees. But if you get discount by the annual monthly fees, if you try this, if you buy it decided twice, like trying to like decide not to pay or not, or just like too hard to keep up the income of 60, like maybe around 70, like almost kind of like 75 Canadian bucks as you converting US dollar to Canadian dollar. But if you decide, like you go to 75 Canadian dollar, I think, because I've been trying this so many times. So if you get this, if you can't keep up that cost and you try, if you buy it decided the annual special fee twice, then you might get fined. Because I think I did it once, but it's, yeah, if you really think you're that over good and like full shopping, then why not just pay annual fee prepaid so it won't get fined next time? But it doesn't really worth deciding. If you decide it's still 1 year, one update, you cannot. Yeah, it's just like other membership fee. You cannot just like get refund, but it just pause your own renewal payments, but it just stays as that month until it expires at the end of the month. Yeah. So this is the Photoshop elements. It's not that hard. Just select the layer. So it'll be this human figure as your own more elephant giraffe cartoon style for own 2D animation with your own more movements per character as walk, stand, run, jump. Each melee attack, range attack, each switching armor, equipment, pockets, cape, or anything like those. Glasses, I don't know, glasses, boots, anything like those. Knives, and your spear can be too long as not really good animation with your sword sometimes, and range it be a bit tricky to draw on 2D. So this is more like a natural pose of your movements animation instead of standing so stood like a rock human figure. So this is more like a monkey, human, giraffe, elephant, I don't know, cartoon that more symbolized, more easier. But your own only your own Photoshop element, not your Photoshop Elements. I'm not sure about Photoshop Creative Suites. Single down payment a bit lower end, same as Maya LT. As I suggest more than Z 3D Max. I suggest you to use Maya LT for your own indie commercial use. This is also commercial use. This is also commercial use. Creative Cloud all app subscription. I'm not. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, uh, okay, go back. Yeah. 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 But there's maybe a cheaper one for Photoshop only for own 2D video game. But you might want your own ZBrush core, commercial use, single like developer for a 3D model. But this is mostly 2D. But you also may want your own ZBrush core for your 3D mapping skills from your Maya LT, also cheaper use with your Photoshop. But Maya LT need a subscription fee, a lot cheaper, like maybe 30 Canadian bucks per month or 40-ish Canadian bucks month. But ZBrush core does not. It's around like 800 Canadian bucks. I think it was 800. No, that was ZBrush 800. Actually, almost 1,000 for Canadian bucks for ZBrush. But ZBrush Core is the cheaper end, which is around 300 bucks, I guess, Canadian US dollar. But Photoshop, uh, yeah, I'm trying to use, yeah, maybe around 40 converting to USA dollar to Canadian dollar, like around 40 per month. A bit cheaper at least, but it just depends on your all your full on app. Um, payments with your own 70-ish, say around 40 bucks. But so yeah, you only need this one Creative Cloud's Photoshop high-end version. That's what I'm trying to tell you the price. And yeah, only can move this pivot point by manually by your moving tool and your selection layer tool. So you can move this around by clicking it, but this won't work as you're just moving the background instead. So Control C to go backwards. You can select the layer 3 and try and transform it after, but don't just try to duplicate it as your own reflection for your own drawing Photoshop reflection tutorial for this section. So Control T as transformation. Remember, don't do this one because it's a bit out of order again. Like minus width, percent. If you try and do this again, it won't really make sense because it's going on your own orderly. It'd be not that good. So maybe click cancel. So we do again, select this layer, uh, Control T, and then remember select what order you need as the pivot point must be down here, and put minus down here, and then you'll be done. And then kind of might want to make sure you keep your old one as you don't keep too much duplicate layers. Sometimes you can duplicate this and then merge this layers, selected layers. So as your one picture and just cross this out. So it looks like only one layer finally down here. And this is the red cross that I'm trying to draw. The layer 2 is the red cross with my own. Wait, what is this ray? Um, like my red drawing with a bit of opacity a bit lower to draw this like the symmetrical drawing for your own reflection from before. This is what it used to look like. Yeah, before it's 20 opacity, but before I draw that straight line with my selective field tool, like um, you can see that this line here. So I changed my paint used to be smaller, I think up to 2 or something. Yeah, just like kind of like this. Control, I mean, shift, like select down here point and select down here point, and well, before it was supposed to be two, so I'm gonna minus well. So just change this pixel to two. So it looks the same. It's teaching you the basic. So with this, yeah, but the selective tool or snap tool grid. Yeah, if you don't snap to grid, you might be a bit off unless you try and go like a bit closer. But as soon as you get this and this, it'll be off. But if you have to snap tool, then use grid there and here, down here and down here. So it kind of looks the same no matter what, how close it looks like. See, before I select down here a bit off. So it'll be kind of rounding this number. So just, yeah, so I undo about a lot of time, but Control Z and Control Shift Z to read. Oh wait, I'm not sure how to redo. Redo is Control Y. I mean, Control Y. Yeah, wait. Z. Control Y, and your own edit state is preference. Before it was this 1,000. Preference is your grid as 1,000 pixels. I press it down here and divide by 2, which your own image resize, canvas size, can double check your own pixels. If you change inches to pixels, you got 1,000 as already edited from my own new blank file. And then after, remember to click 1,000. Um, it will just not destroy this tab. Um, You just create a new tab usually. Yeah. So this is my own blank. And remember to autofill with your paint tool, paint bucket tool with this. So I did before, for example. And remember, yeah, before I told you the edit preference, you can right click general as you can switch slowly. Before I told you the grid from this allows it to divide by two, like two this side, two down here, X and Y, kind of evenly up. Um, as general, to undo is not saving files. Really, it's more like preference. Undo, you can do up to 100 times. But for Maya, like 3D modeling, you might want to boost it up to 1,000 because those vertex, that many insane vertex, like shifting and playing around, is not like called 2D drawing Photoshop. You don't have to undo that many times. But for that many 3D vertex, you might as well need to do that much as well. So and yeah, so I already done it. So maybe I might as well just delete this one because I already done it down here already. Or remember to put down opacity to 20 or something. Yeah, but I just can delete this one because I already done it. Delete this layer. Just delete this one and it has to be saved. And this one is the main layer. Uh, yeah. Um, yeah, this only the Creative Cloud's the more expensive one, or you can just buy a cheaper one through um, this one only. It's just slightly cheaper if you focus on photoshopping. Um, I don't think so. The other one will give you Dreamweaver if this one or the apps. I don't think so. I'm not sure, but not really quite sure. Does it give you Dreamweaver or apps? It really meant because Dreamweaver is the more deeper one for your own with combination with WordPress website builder with HostGator or some sort to get to code your own interface all properly with Adobe Dreamweaver Creative Cloud. But this one on Photoshop Creative Cloud, you really like need your Creative Cloud subscription fee, more expensive one, just to maybe like adjust the pivot points for your own hands, 2D rig and arm, 2D rig, neck, body, like spine and leg, and lower leg, ankle, foot, toes, fingers, eyes, well, maybe not eyes, but like some kind of rotation. Each in a stick man is different part of stick man, not like a whole chunk of thick drawing, like not like grid transformation. Just moving stick man one at a time. You can if you can move this pivot point individually, like a puppet, a wooden puppet, like can just juggle around and like twisting the neck kind of thing, then that would be more creative clouds, not creative suit, the old type of version of creative elements, single down payment, but this one's monthly subscription fee, a lot more highly cost for a long-term goal, especially unless you need that one function called pivot movement, like just by selecting this and move it individually and just, yeah, just to move it around can be good for your own puppet drawing doll for 2D animation, a lot more easier and faster. And also a good idea. Well, you don't need to need special creative clouds on a 3D texture with ZBrush Core and Maya LT. I would suggest you to use Maya LT over than 3D Max so far. Yeah, because because Maya LT always works more than like all the way through. Like yeah, this use focus on Maya. Maya LT. Yeah, because it's getting looks the same, but just focus on Maya. Yeah, because Maya is getting improvement by each individual with at least Maya embedded language added to it instead of through on Python with 3D Max, like animation tool. Like yeah, but Maya can be considered as more like deeper lower end coding part with E yeah, MEL language, my embedded language, with Python as well. But this Maya is always better, I guess, because it just looks it has something technology and coding would be improved it that looks similar, but Maya is just slightly better. Just where I focus on one. That's what the Maya company Autodesk. So it sounds like Adobe, but Autodesk is more like just focusing on Maya, or because it used to be 3D Max focusing on video game 3D animation modeling tools, but it ends up looks like it tied up stuff like it's live change and improvements. So it ends up tied, ends up to where focus on Maya. That's what Autodesk seems like it's planning right now. So I've finally finished my own photoshopping on drawing reflection only with my Photoshop software, Elements only, not really called Creative Cloud because Creative Cloud have much more moving pivot tools that are so much more convenience than just playing this trick only by making sure um that this order like Control T first, but no, don't select Control yeah Control T. Remember to select this pivot point and negative this one to reflection. Same thing as height, but so far I just need this. So already done it um from layer 3 already. From this to layer this one. So I'm done my YouTube tutorial. So I'm gonna save this thing as your own Photoshop file. Your save as your own desktop, your own most main working workshop desk down here. So I'm done my own YouTube tutorial. So thank you.